Mission Hill, an adult animated series, which follows Andy French, a slacker cartoonist, who has to take care of his parents' dog, Stogie, who's an alcoholic, but also they dumped his little brother, Kevin, on him, who's basically Sheldon Cooper before Sheldon Cooper. And he's played by Robin with a very squeaky voice. The two live together in Andy's apartment, along with their roommates, Posey, the hippie girl, and Jim, the idiot savant, played by that one guy who's in everything that kind of sounds like me.
Yes. My answer would have to be yes. You kids are lucky, man. All I had was the Boy Scouts.
Shenanigans ensue as they deal with your typical teen to young adult things, like school, work, relationships, and living in a big city, with big city people. There's a lot of reoccurring characters throughout the show, like Gus, the tough army guy who works at the diner, and his husband, Wally, played by Tom Kenny. And yes, I said husband. This has to be the first animated gay kiss, and one of the first on TV, way before Steven Universe. Jim's actor was in that too. Gus and Wally are really well-written gay characters. No one calls them out for being gay. They're written just like any other bickering married couple that just happens to be gay. The show was created by Bill Oakley and Josh Weinstein, who are basically the people behind Futurama and the good seasons of The Simpsons. Originally it was supposed to be called The Downtowners, but at the same time there was the MTV show Downtown, which is kind of the same audience, which is also ironic because there's an MTV episode of this show. It originally aired on the WB, the modern CW, and they only aired 2 episodes out of 18, and only 13 were actually made. It's not because of the quality of the show itself is amazing, it's because the CW was terribly mismanaged, and it happened to other shows of similar style like The Oblong, Sammy, and God, the Devil, and Bob. But luckily, a few years later, Adult Swim was actually created to be a network for teens to young adults, and they picked up all these shows, except Sammy, and aired all the episodes. Adult Swim has a lot of problems, but they're also basically the best network if you want to make a series these days. And it's the only reason why adult animation still exists in the West, sadly. And sadly, they didn't pick the show up for more episodes, which is sad because the creators did have plans to make even more. But back to the show itself, yeah, it's great. Kevin and Andy are very relatable brothers. Basically, the entire cast are all memorable and hilarious. Very realistic like people. And I absolutely adore the art style. It's very unique, yet also very retro. Very unique character designs with very 2000s thick outlines, but also kind of neon retro wave colors. And the city itself is well detailed. It's lovingly world built to be very realistic, full of tons of characters that we do see all the time. The creators tried their best to make it as authentic as possible by making stuff like different soda brands, characters' preferences for those sodas, realistic bus schedules. And there's tons of ads just in the background that characters won't talk about that just happen to be there, which feels very realistic. The music's fantastic. It's super catchy. They do use a lot of copyright music, which is probably why it's not streaming as of this video. Even with it having a censored version, but whatever. And yes, because of the creators, it's also drop dead hilarious. Overall, I recommend this series. If you can find a copy or some way to watch it, I definitely recommend you get it. The only negative I can really think about the series is it's so short and I want more of it. And I wish it was picked up for more. But, c'est la vie. C'est l'amour.